And welcome back to our live broadcast, coming to you from Cisco Live 2019 here in Barcelona. We're so glad to have you tuning in with us from all over the world, wherever you happen to be. We're grateful to have you on the live stream. Remember, you can get to that live stream in a number of different ways, but keep watching on CiscoLive.com. That's where we really want to see you. Keep reaching out to us also using hashtag CLEUR. For all that social media, we want to hear from every single one of you. Right now, we have got a great interview taking place here in the studio with Vodafone, one of our phenomenal partners here at Cisco. I've got Mark Bennett right over here on this side, Head of Connectivity Products with Vodafone, and we've got Jan van der Lage, our Cisco Global Marketing Executive for Vodafone. And gentlemen, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Yeah, hi Mark.
Hey.
I mean, good to see you again. Last time at Cisco Live, we launched SD-WAN here. The same place. I mean, in the meantime, we also have put some new enhancements, technology enhancement on the portfolio. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's been a hell of a year for us. We're seeing significant traction with our SD-WAN options. We have a particular version from Cisco that's doing very, very well. Over the last 12 months, we've introduced 2 new capabilities on that version. Firstly, Universal CPE that supports a range of virtualized network functions that can cost-effectively be deployed across customer sites. And secondly, a more intelligent advanced analytics portal to go with our SD-WAN offer that helps customers to better picture how their network is being used by critical applications, and that drives them into how they can change the application priorities and settings to meet the needs of their business.
That's great. And how customers are looking to adopt this technology?
Yeah, we find enterprises are looking for much more agile infrastructure to meet the needs of cloud and digital. And today at Cisco Live, we've been showcasing our software-defined network products that help them with that need, in addition to cloud-based UC and contact center solutions, which is all about agility for our customers.
Okay, so what customers achieve through this transformation then?
Well, for me, SD-WAN accelerates the future of work, supported by data-driven intelligence and analytics and automation. There's a number of drivers. A more efficient network infrastructure, of course, more reliable, higher availability networks, and finally, agility. I think it's a myth that cost is the key driver for SD-WAN. Reality is that the hybrid infrastructure that SD-WAN is provided over, internets and MPLS paths, etc., the benefits of that financially are well known. What SD-WAN does is it also improves the management of the networks. It simplifies that, so it helps customers to further reduce TCO. But I think the real drivers are much more about reliability. So in the past with networks, customers would have worried about bandwidth and routing. Now, with SD-WAN, they can really focus on their applications and business outcomes. Couple that with zero-touch provisioning that really enables much more agile networks for our customers, so they can roll out new applications and services when they need to meet the lines of business and adapt that network constantly in the new world.
So the customers are in a good transformation. What are the key challenges there?
It's a good question. We see 3 key challenges. So first one is, how can we make the migration risk-free? For me, I was speaking to a CIO recently, and they told me that changing a network, you don't step into it lightly. It's like changing the tiles on your roof. Those tiles on the roof of your house, they're protecting critical infrastructure. So what we're doing in Vodafone is making it seamless and easy for customers to migrate to SD-WAN, from how we take them through the journey, what it's going to do to their business, demonstrate it, do proof of concepts, to the migration itself. A second challenge is about uninterrupted business. So that network is fundamental to digital and cloud connectivity, etc. It has to be of high availability. So in Vodafone, we're now combining fixed and mobile links into customer sites to deliver higher availability for a relatively low uplift in price. And the third one is, let's make sure that network future-proofs the organization. So in Vodafone, a good example of this is how we've integrated software-defined WAN with our Cloud Connect product that connects to a range of public cloud providers in at least 18 cities across the globe.
So Vodafone and Cisco have a long-standing relationship. What is Cisco's role on the network portfolio from Vodafone?
So SD-WAN is a strategic priority for Vodafone. We're rolling out to our MNC accounts. Additionally, we've got a great opportunity in Vodafone's operating companies where we're a challenger to attack the incumbents and start to roll out a network that will transform the enterprise. We've been working with Cisco for some time. Their expertise in networking, software and hardware is legendary. And we've taken that expertise and adapted our IPVPN products and services that often use Cisco managed routers to SD-WAN. We started some time back introducing software-defined WAN capabilities, application visibility, for example. And then we integrated the Viptela capability into our product set, a true cloud-based platform. So we've combined that Cisco SD-WAN Viptela offer now with our Meraki solution that tends to be provided to smaller customers, which comes with integrated security and wireless LAN. And we've got two great products in the portfolio.
So one question for the audience as well. I mean, what is your advice to your customers?
That's an interesting question. So for me, every customer's deployment of SD-WAN is going to be different. So it's important as service providers to co-create with your customers. I mean, while the product may be relatively standard, every customer is going to have different needs in terms of how they deploy it. They've got different future drivers. They've got different priorities and different applications to think about. So co-create, work with your customers, and deploy the network that best works for them.
Thank you very much. Now I'm handing over to Steve.
Thank you, Jan.
Thank you so much, Jan-Mark. Really appreciate it. Great conversation. To find out more about what's going on at Vodafone, make sure that you check back in with us throughout the show. Again, one of our fantastic partners, the more the merrier. We always love to have these great conversations. We appreciate the time, gentlemen. All right, so we are going to go out to the show floor in the Innovation Showcase. I'm seeing on the monitor back behind me that my pal Agri Misabayeva is out with Sumit Arora, our Senior VP of Service Provider Network Systems. Just finished another fantastic Innovation Showcase. What were you hearing out there, Agadim?
Thank you, Steve. Indeed, I'm here at the Innovation Showcase, and Sumit Arora has just completed his Innovation Showcase talk. Hi, Sumit. Thank you for being here.
Hello, Igarim. So pleasure. Big pleasure to be here today.
Thank you. Well, we've got a number of questions to you about the telecom industry development. So what are the latest trends in the telecom industry?
Well, when we talk about trends, we look at it from different angles. So I would say one big way to look at it is from a very fundamental perspective, which is, hey, am I at the right cost, efficiency point? Am I generating new revenue and bringing new innovation to drive new revenue? And third is, are we doing it in a secure and safe fashion? So that's one way to look at it. But then there are the technology trends, clearly, which are also important. The advent of 5G is a big talk. Trust and security is a big area of focus. And automation, I believe, is another big area of focus for service providers today.
Right, I'm glad you bring up 5G, and I think that was a lot of the content of your talk as well, focus on 5G. So how do you see 5G driving the industry in the future?
I think clearly SPs are looking at 5G as a major inflection point. Now, of course, there is the fundamental innovation in driving more bandwidth, reducing latency, driving more connectivity. So that's there. That's important. That's critical evolution, and that'll happen. But SPs are also looking at 5G as an inflection point in terms of driving a bigger change in what they offer to their customers, what new services can they bring to bear, what new applications can be enabled, because some of the innovations in 5G are orders of magnitude different. And when orders of magnitude different innovation happens in the building blocks, it essentially implies new things get created. So that's an exciting area, and SPs are looking at that. And I believe, as I said earlier, I think SPs are looking at clearly a transformation in terms of security and automation in everything that they do. So I think those are the big ones that they're looking at.
So how would you say Cisco is different in positioning ourselves in the 5G future?
I think Cisco is very uniquely positioned. If you look at our strengths in Cisco, I think we have a lot of assets that architecturally come together to enable an outcome for our customers. First of all, our focus is clearly on service providers' profitability. We don't want 5G, or SPs don't want 5G just to be in the cost column, with the justification being an existing business alone. It will be in the cost column, but it should be justified by both existing business continuity as well as new business. And that's where Cisco's focus is. And the way we do that is in an architectural way where we bring our IP networking solution, which we are number one in the world known for. We bring our security assets because everything needs to be trusted and secure. We bring automation end to end because when you are scaling something, it needs to be fully automated. And when you're looking at your customer's experience, it needs to be fully automated. We're bringing our mobility technologies, especially packet core. That's an asset that Cisco has. So we bring that in connection with the IP network, so it's combined with that. And then, as you heard at Cisco Live, data is spreading out, content is spreading out. Now, it's not just in one instance of cloud, but it's in multi-cloud, it's in telco cloud, it's moving to the edge. So innovation needs to move there. So our data center assets are very critical to that, and we're focused on that aspect. And then it's not just about connectivity, it's about safe connectivity, it's about security services, it's about not just about connection, it's about collaboration. So Cisco has all these value-added services on top of connectivity that we can offer to enterprises, that we can offer to people who are doing IoT services, we can offer it to video gamers, we can offer it to consumers. So bringing that extra layer of innovation on top that enables new revenue-generating services. So in this whole architectural fashion is our focus, and I feel that's a unique proposition in the industry and nobody else has it.
Yeah, I would totally agree with you because, I mean, throughout these days at Cisco Live Barcelona, we've been speaking about decentralizing the data center, right? So like the data is just where, the data center is where the data resides. We've been talking a lot about security and how security spans our whole full portfolio. What you're explaining now about, Cisco being well positioned for the service providers, 5G future, it just kind of connects all of these dots of everything we spoke about for the last 2 days, right? 2.5 days, I should say. And could you comment on the Singularity Networks acquisition we announced, the intent to acquire Singularity Networks this week?
Yeah, I think we continue to invest in what we believe is important for our customers, and automation clearly is an area of great importance to the service provider community. Singularity brings amazing talent and technology to our automation portfolio, which we are extremely excited about, and is very relevant to the SP. So more when we complete the acquisition, but excited about it.
Right. Well, Sumit, thank you so much for being with us here. Great to hear all these trends and your views on the industry. And now back to the studio.
Thanks so much, Agarim, and thank you, Sumit Arora. Terrific innovation showcase. This is why you have to be live at the show with us, is to be able to be in the room and feel that dynamic and that energy, and Sumit brought it across really beautifully. We're going to put a button on service provider, although we've covered so much, I feel, in the last couple of segments. Make sure, if you are here at the show, to visit the Cisco Showcase, dive in with our SP Hub over in the platform for digital business. You can get to that with cisco.com/solutions/service provider. All right now, we are going to take a very short break. Do not go anywhere. We're going to be right back here on the set. We've got another interview coming up. We'll see you in just a moment.